Yo, what is going on? How is everybody doing? How is everybody doing? Ragazzi, Forza Milan, Forza Milan. What is going on? Skillard, Forza Milan, as always. Good evening, Carlo Moretti. Come stiamo? Guys, I'm back. I'm back. Kangu, what's up? How you doing, my friend? Yango, Skillard, it's 2020 a.m. This man doesn't sleep. Skiller, dedicated Milanista. Guys, how is everybody doing? Today we have a lot of reports came out surprisingly today, so a lot to talk about. We'll see if Lard is going to join us. Hopefully, he does join us because I know he had some interesting things that he wanted to talk about. But it's going to be quite an interesting edition of Milan Daily today, guys. Obviously, the most important news is that Tomori is back, and that is good news. Tomori rejoins the squad, negative from COVID. So the pieces are coming back, guys. We have our offense is full. Everybody is healthy. Everybody is fit, ready to go. And now the defense is starting to come back. So excellent stuff. As far as the midfield goes, Tonali, Krunic, and Bakayoko are going to be our three midfielders right now. Florenzi might join that midfield. We will see. But Benacer today, or yeah, I believe it was today, or well, basically his team Algeria tied today. So gotta watch out for Algeria. Algeria, if they compromise their group stages, Benacer might come back sooner rather than later, and that would be nice. But good luck to Algeria. No disrespect to Algeria. Good luck to Algeria. Hopefully they do well, and good luck to Benacer. The most important news is Conti has moved on. Conti now with Sampdoria, guys. And we have another player that is on Sampdoria's radar, and we will talk about that. That is going to be very interesting. But listen, let's get to the news, guys, because the most important thing today is that Tomori is back. We have a Coppa Italia game coming up. And guys, I was thinking to myself, how the hell are we going to keep on going with only two defenders, Kalulu and Gabbia? So thank God Tomori is back. Now we have three. We can start to do some alternate moves. But what I really want to see, guys, is Tomori and Kalulu, guys. Let's see what Tomori and Kalulu look like as a central back pairing. Hopefully, we're going to see that. I don't think we're going to see that against Genoa. Yeah, so Tomori and Kalulu versus Spezia, that should be quite an interesting pairing. Kalulu, obviously, just playing like a boss. Playing like a boss. All right. So let's get to this article here regarding Tomori. Starting with a positive note, Fikayo Tomori trained with the rest of the squad and therefore seems to be in contention for the game on Thursday night. So I think he would play. I think Tomori would probably play against Genoa, seeing that he needs minutes. And what a good game it would be for him just to get some minutes. We should still start Gabbia Kalulu to give time Tomori to get in shape. Well, I mean, he needs playing time to get in shape. We shouldn't loan out Gabbia until everyone is back. So I see a lot of you guys. Well, Skillard, you are already aware of the news of a potential transfer of Gabbia, at least a loan deal. So we'll talk about that. Ibrahimovic did a personal workout. But guys, by the way, Zlatan Ibrahimovic is not available for the Coppa Italia game. So we're obviously it's going to give a good opportunity for Rebic to get some minutes, guys. So hopefully we get to see Rebic. Hopefully we get to see Maldini. As a matter of fact, Maldini is Maldini is going to be starting against Genoa. So that is going to be awesome to see, because I really want to see what this kid is made of. I really want to see if this kid has the future of a Milanista. because his name bears a lot of weight. All right, so Zlatan, who is suspended because of that famous red card against Inter. Um, so Matteo Gabbia trained regularly, despite the rumors that Sampdoria are pushing to close his signature on a loan deal. But as per the report, he will only leave after arrival of another central defender. There you go, Skillert. Regarding the choices of Thursday, guys, Salamakers, Maldini, Rebic, and Giroud could play from the first minute, while in the midfield, Tonali is certain, and Krunic is favored over Bakayoko. I mean, this team here is a very strong team. Tonali, Krunic, Salamakers, Rebic, Giroud, Maldini. It's a very strong team. I don't think Milan is going to play this game to lose it. I think Milan is going to play to win it. And then hopefully we get to see Tomori back. We're probably going to see Tatarusano in goal. We might see Gabbia or Kalulu, or maybe we are going to see Kalulu and Gabbia. Maybe we're going to see, I don't know what the deal is with Calabria. If Calabria is back, maybe Calabria is back. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's true that he had COVID. I haven't seen these reports, but it's not true. I don't know if it's not true or it is true. Totti Brotta, Forza Milan from LA. Totti Brotta in LA, yes. Totti Brotta, world traveler. Maldini has to ball out on Thursday. I haven't been too impressed with him since he came into the squad, but then again, he needs to play. Maldini definitely needs to play. Maldini needs to play, and it's the only way for us to really see what this kid is made of. He needs to play. He needs to impress. He needs to show the coach, show the management that he is worth the investment. I mean, I think he is. We've definitely seen his potential, and we've definitely seen how good he can be. So we will see. We'll see what he does. Is Samu linked with Genoa? Samu is linked with Genoa. I think Genoa could be a good destination for him. Anyway, guys, so I'm expecting a Milan that is going to play to win. Whether or not they do, we will see. But this team seems pretty strong to me, guys. This team seems like a team that is not going to lose against Genoa, unless Genoa is going to go in this game playing it like a final with that kind of focus, with that kind of determination. But as far as on paper, talent on the field, team is very healthy right now. You know what? The problem is that if we lose against Genoa, it'll be a bad game for Maldini. Everybody will be talking crap about Maldini. Everybody will be talking crap about Tatarusano. Everybody will be talking crap about Salamakers. Everybody will be talking crap about a lot of our players. So we don't want that. We don't want that. Even though the Coppa Italia, to me, is a tournament that I don't really care about that much, to be honest with you. To me, Coppa Italia is kind of in the way. There's no prestige to this competition. It's a competition that the teams in the past have always just put their B teams. Okay, so what does that say? What does that tell you about how the teams feel about Coppa Italia? When it is the Coppa Italia is the opportunity to showcase your B squad, and that's what it has been. And then if you reach the final, they play the A squad. So it's even kind of unfair. Because if you reach the final with your B squad, then the final is going to be played by your A squad. It's a competition to me that it brings no excitement. It brings no joy. It's a competition that makes no sense to me. I mean, there's no money incentive. There's no prestige incentive. Juventus loves to win it, and they love their domestic shit. Inter loves to win it. Roma, this is the competition for Lazio, for these kind of teams that man, we dream of the Champions League, guys. That's who we are. We dream of Europe. We dream of being number one. We don't have time for the Mickey Mouse Cup, as Yango says. But let's also be honest. Milan is a professional club. Milan is a professional football institution. Every time Milan goes on the field, Milan is going to play to win, and there's no doubt about that. So they are going to go there. Maldini does want to impress. Salamakers, who needs to impress because Messias is breathing behind his back pretty much. Giroud needs to impress also because Ibra is back. Rebic wants to impress. Rebic wants to come back and regain momentum, get minutes under him. Tonali, we want to see continuity from Tonali. We want to see focus from Krunic. We want to see Tatrusano have a good game. We want to see Milan have a good game because when Milan has a good game, we are all happy and we love it. This is what we live for, guys. We live for CNAC Milan bask in victory, or at least in the sweat of the attempt of victory, but even better so, victory itself. I want to win Coppa Italia. It's been a minute. As a matter of fact, I won them all. Really? You want to win Coppa Italia? Yeah. Hey, guys, if we win Coppa Italia, I'm not going to complain. First of all, I'm definitely not going to complain. Paul says we don't have a squad to fight on more than one front. Now that is, I mean, that is a good observation, I believe. If you just go a few weeks back, prior to the break, you see how when our team had all those injuries, especially those offensive injuries, and then the team just was so tired and that there was no energy. It was a full half season, pretty much weighing on their shoulders. It made the team play very poorly. And then we were here asking ourselves what's going on with the medical staff, what's going with this and with that. When Lart says the Coppa Italia is this cup that can bring you injuries, unnecessary injuries, for a cup that brings you nothing in the end. I mean, let's be honest, guys. If we lose a big player in a Coppa Italia game, all of us are going to be here saying, yo, what the hell is the point of playing the Coppa Italia? What if we lose Tomori against Genoa? What if we lose Tonali? He gets an ACL like Chiesa, who loses let's say, who ends his season early. What if with someone, what if the Kjaer incident happened in the Coppa Italia game? None of us will be saying, oh man, it was for the Coppa Italia, so it's worth it. Hell no, guys. Nobody would say that. But we do need Silvera Carlo Moretti. I definitely agree. I would love the Coppa Italia. If the Coppa Italia comes, awesome. Great. Excellent. Yeah, I agree. We don't. Diaz being our starting cam says it all. Paul still very not satisfied with Paper Diaz, as Skillard calls him, but we will see about that. Anyway, guys, we have a lot of reports that came in today. I was so amazed by how many reports came in today. So let's get through some of these more interesting reports. Let's see what we have. Okay, guys. Theo Hernandez. Tell me something. Did anybody expect this? I don't think many people expected this. I think after the Donnarumma, Çalhanoğlu, and what's his name, and Kessie saga now, we all expected Theo to be the same thing. And also put Romagnoli in there. Okay? There was this feeling that Theo maybe is different because he was acquired by the Maldini gang. Being a Maldini gang player, maybe that changed things. And guys, maybe that is the case. Maybe these players that were acquired by this administration have a different connection to the club, have a different feeling. Yeah, the way they see the club is definitely different from, let's say, the players that came before. So maybe, guys, it's still not there. We definitely see the finish line, but we haven't surpassed it yet because it's still words. No action has been taken just yet as far as Theo goes, and Benacer, etc., and all the rest. But I really want to see. I really want to see, guys, if Theo Hernandez actually does say no to these huge contracts that I'm sure will be coming his way. If not, they already have come his way. And this is the thing that the way I see it, right? I would never sell any of our champions. You don't sell champions. You keep champions. You a champion is someone you want in your team because champions do things that only champions can do, right? So when you have a champion in your squad, you keep him till the end. This is the school of Berlusconi, the school of the Grande Milan degli anni 90, inizio 2000. This is the school. Never sell your best assets. Now, if Milan going back into that direction, creating these top superstars and then keeping these top superstars, guys, we see the finish line, but we're not just there yet. We're not there. We're not just there yet. There's fear that Theo Hernandez, Milan is not going to be able to resist the teams that are going to go for Theo Hernandez. Theo Hernandez might be, seduced by all the treasures that a team like PSG might fill him with, and Man City and Chelsea, etc., etc. There's always that fear, but guys, that is not what we are seeing right now. What we're seeing is that we're seeing Theo say, "I love Milan. I want to stay at Milan." We're seeing him say it, after the game when he was the captain. You saw him when after the game in his interview after the game against Venezia. The interviewer said, who was the last player to score 2 goals as a captain? And he said, who? She said, Kaká. And he was like, hell yeah. He was proud. He was proud that he was in the same conversation as Kaká. You kind of feel this from Theo. You feel something different from Theo. You feel like Theo is the real deal when it comes to wanting to be a Milan, wanting to cement his career at Milan, wanting to be one of the players, one of the protagonists that brings Milan back in the top. It seems that way. But again, we got to surpass the finish line. Once it's actually true, and Maldini and the gang are able to renew all these contracts, then, guys, we can say that Milan is truly back. But we'll see what happens. Anyway, let's see what Fabrizio Romano says. During his latest podcast, Fabrizio Romano spoke about the left backs that have been linked with Chelsea, and referenced some rumors from France that the Blues want Theo Hernandez to come in and provide cover at wingback, given the injury to Ben Chilwell. However, there's no possibility of this happening because Theo is close to signing a renewal with Milan, and he should do so very soon. The player is super happy to be with the Rossoneri and appreciates having worn the captain's armband in the first 2 games of 2022. He definitely liked that armband. You could definitely tell he liked having that armband. He is therefore destined to remain with Milan beyond the January window, while Chelsea are instead looking to recall Emerson Palmieri from Lyon to get some cover from the left flank rather than a big expense. Guys, Laret is here. What's up, Laret? How you doing?
Oh, good, man. How's it going?
Good.
Forza Milan.
Forza.
And hi to everyone.
Laret, man. We were just discussing this news about Theo Hernandez and how his renewal is so close. This is a news that really excites me. It really excites me, and I really want to see it happen. Because if this happens, then there is a chance that Milan can really, really shoot for the top. If we can keep our big players even before having the stadium. A player like Theo Hernandez that will say, yes, I will get 4.5 million, even though that other team wants to give me 10. That is good. Good signals. Larry, so you've been awake most of the day, I'm assuming. So
Yeah.
how is the Milan stratosphere? Anything interesting?
Yeah, I heard that there is an agreement between Milan and Sampdoria for the Gabbia loan. So they want to send Gabbia on loan.
Yes.
And yeah, Theo Hernandez, I'm happy if you renews. And I hope Benacer as well when he comes back from African Cup.
Yep.
And of course Leao, but let's see.
You want to see, and you want to see about Leao. You have a feeling that Leao being a George Mendes player is going to be a little bit more difficult, right?
Yeah, he's gonna wait a bit more. He's gonna wait and see what type of offers are coming outside Milan. And he's not leaving for free, by the way. I'm not assuming that he's gonna leave for free. At the end, he can leave with a 50 or 60 million euro fee.
Leao?
So yeah, Leao, if he leaves. And if he doesn't leave, because no offer is interesting to him, he's gonna renew for us. So that's what I see about Leao.
Hey, that's what I want. I want Leao to stay for the rest of his career at AC Milan. That's what I want. Larry, yesterday you wanted to talk about Kessie, so we weren't able to talk about Kessie, but that article that you showed me appeared today at Sempre Milan. So perfect. Let's get straight into that. Sky, 5.8 million offer and months without contact. Background on Kessie and current situation. Before we read into it, you were saying basically the other day in the live, you said that Maldini, they haven't spoken. You correctly said that they haven't spoken to him since the summer, right? That was one of your arguments, and also you think that the door is shut. They already moved on. In theory, yes, it is true. Ali, they did get Ali, so that plan B is already there, and the door is shut. Basically, this is what actually the news brought up yesterday. Similar to what you said, those contract talks are over, the offers on the table, but now this is where I want to see what happens, because you're saying that it's done. Maldini has already moved on. The door is closed. That's where I don't know. I'm not sure about that. I don't know. I want to see if Kessie comes back, says, "Okay, I will accept your 5.8." I believe Maldini and co will say yes, but you don't.
No, and Kessie is not gonna come back anyway. Maldini is a pride man, and Kessie as well. So it's not gonna be like, "Oh, I was such an idiot that I asked you 8 million in the summer. I'm fine with 5.8. You know what? Let's be friends again." I don't think it works like this, and so I don't think it's gonna happen. It's done. It's done for a long time.
Okay,
that's the thing.
All right, let's see what the article says. Baiocchini spoke to Sky about the future of Ivorian and confirmed that there is no big news regarding the 25-year-old. The parties have not heard from each other since the summer, which is when a meeting took place between Enrique Massara and Kessie's agent Atangana. During the confrontation, Milan officially presented an offer of 5 million net per season plus bonuses, which could make it to around 5.8. But since then, the parties have not spoken again. The RossonARI consider that their maximum offer, while Kessie has not so far wanted to take steps towards Milan from an economic point of view. What remains to be seen now is whether Milan will make another attempt to keep him, which is possible in the event that Kessie does not receive proposals from Europe that can match his economic ambitions. So this is the messaging right now. It is interesting that right now in these past weeks, the messaging about Kessie has been a little bit weird. It's almost like the feeling I'm getting based on the reports that we're seeing is that, probably he is starting to realize that, okay, these clubs are not giving me the money I want. They're giving me 1 million more, 1.5 million more. At that point, maybe I should just stay with Milan because here I feel good. And now that's how I feel about it. I know you don't. And I know you are firm in your position that Kessie is the rope has been cut. It's the romantic in me. It's the heart that says it. I want Kessie to stay at Milan for the rest of his career. And this episode, it's part of football to me. I don't think it's going to affect anything. If Kessie signs to Milan, I will be happy. If he doesn't sign, I'll be happy to see who comes next. So that's where that's how I feel about it. So we'll see. I guess we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait and see, Larry.
Yeah. And there is an interesting comment here that says Brozovic is happy with 6 million. I think plus bonuses goes around 7. Yeah, but Brozovic is getting his 3rd contract at the Inter. This is his 3rd contract, and he's gonna get 7 million max. So he's signing his 2nd contract with Milan at 6 million, basically. That's what we're offering, 6 million. So his 3rd contract potentially at Milan can be 10 or 9. So it's even higher than what Brozovic. And Brozovic already won the Serie A. He's been playing 7 years. This is finishing his 8th year at the Inter. So it's actually normal for him to get that 7 million, because that is, I'm not saying at the end of his career, but his last big contract. Because this is not his last chance to have a big contract. He can have the big contract at the age of 28, 29.
Yeah.
100%. So that's why I think Maldini, when he offered the 5.8 million to Kessie, he says, "This is your contract. It's a fucking incredible deal. Take it or leave it. You're not taking it. I'm getting ugly. I'm gonna get, how's it called? Renato Sanchez, and you can walk out. Don't come back, because I'm not giving you any other contract, not even 5.8, because I already found a replacement for you."
Got it. Lart, very, very firm, very, what's the word? Serious. I like it, Lart. Well, let's see. Very strict, right? Very strict. I like that. Anyway, so you were saying earlier there was a rumor of Gabbia going on loan to Sampdoria, right? So let's look at that. I think you and I were talking about this yesterday, that Gabbia could be should probably go out on loan. Now, from what I've read here earlier, it seems they're going to send him on loan only if Milan does get this next central defender. But I want to see if this article says the same. AC Milan have given the green light for Matteo Gabbia to leave the club and get minutes on loan at Sampdoria. Gabbia was thrust into the limelight due to the COVID cases. We know that, and he had two good games, according to me, and according to, I think you, Lart, you thought he had 2 good games as well, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people heavily criticized him. The RossonARI have reached an agreement, guys. The RossonARI have reached an agreement in principle with Sampdoria for the loan of Gabbia, but before giving the definitive green light to the departure of Gabbia, Milan want to close the signing of a center back, and I want to talk about that a little bit. Sampdoria are aware of Milan's stance, but they're in a rush to get a defender given their recent struggles. And Fazio has been offered to them by Roma in the past few hours. The sporting director for Faggiano wants to give reinforcement to head coach Roberto D'Aversa, while Gabbia remains the first choice. Surprises are not excluded. Lart, do you agree with this operation?
Yeah. If a guy is coming, Gabbia can go on loan. It's a great opportunity for him to play 10, 15 games and learn the job. Sampdoria is a good team. It's not a bad team. So they play football. They are not completely parking the bus. So it will be interesting for Gabbia as an experience. And I like the fact that because we are not in Champions League anymore or in Europa League, we don't need our homegrown players. So we just send them on loan in January to play half of the season.
Good point.
We did the same with Colombo the year before. We kept him for the Europa League, first part of the Europa League, and after that we just sent him on loan because we brought other players. I think it's a great idea. Hopefully we bring a guy that is as good as Gabbia. I guess so, because these are first squad players from other clubs, so they are same level or a bit better. So it's a good thing, and I believe that says a lot about Kalulu as well. That Kalulu is part of the first 15, I would say. So the 10 that
Yeah,
starts and
he's
the
earned it.
5 changes. So it's not bad for Kalulu at the
He's
age of 21.
yeah. No, in fact, when I started the stream, I was saying, by the way, Tomori is back. By the way,
Yeah,
that's the best news of the day. But
that's a great signing for January.
that's a great guys. We have a great signing for January. There you go. Our new defender is Tomori. But Tomori Kalulu, I want to see this combination. This could be a very good combination. Very excited to see it. Yeah, I agree, Lart. Gabbia can a good opportunity for him to play minutes. And yeah, right. Giuseppe Mamone, what's up? He also says Cagliari wants Gabbia. It was Sampdoria and Cagliari that are both on Gabbia. Great opportunity for Gabbia. Lart, how much do you believe Pellegatti?
So no chance Gabbia is going to Cagliari after what Cagliari did last season to us. So no way we're giving any player to Cagliari or even helping them in any sort of way. How much I believe Pellegatti?
Yeah.
I believe Pellegatti. I think whatever he says is not made up. He's asking people. They work in the field or they are part of the club. So I believe him. And yeah, he's a reliable source. Sometimes he says stuff just because he heard it by another journalist. So it's not always coming from AC Milan, the source.
Well, the reason why I ask you that is because Pellegatti said something very interesting, and because you're right, Pellegatti is right there. He's part of the Milan family. He's been part of that group, of that circle of people. Literally, the people that work at Milan. We're not talking about journalists. He literally is friends with that community, with the AC Milan professional community. So he said something very interesting in one of his latest videos. And are you ready for this?
Yeah, man.
Maybe you heard it. He said, this story about Botman being the first choice is all fake. The real
Bremer.
The real first choice is Bremer.
Yeah, I saw the video.
What did you think about that?
I think Milan really wants Botman and Bremer. So if they can, they could buy both of them. The problem is that it's not easy to buy both of them because Lille wants a lot of money. On the other side, Bremer is way easier to get him because you pay him way less. You pay him 20 million and smaller salary compared to Romagnoli and Tomori. I would say around 2 million, maybe 1.5 million. So, and Bremer is quite young. If I'm not wrong, he's 23, 24. So it's a good age. So now is our first choice. The problem is really cheap. So Inter and Juventus are gonna go for it as well. I'm really sure. Pretty sure about that. But I wouldn't exclude the fact that we go for both of them, for Botman and Bremer. I wouldn't exclude that.
Well, honestly, I was surprised to hear it. I was surprised to hear that coming from Pellegatti because of the things we just said about Pellegatti, the fact that he is very connected to that professional community. It seems like Bremer, the fire started with Bremer, then that fire died, especially once once it was Pobega for Bremer, etc. Then that fire died. Then Botman came in really strong. Also the PSG player came even very strong. Now we're back to Bremen. Yeah, I like this player, Bremen. Apparently he didn't make Vlahovic play, so that says a lot. Torino destroying Fiorentina 4-0, and Vlahovic was cancelled by Bremen. So must say something about this player. I don't know if it's going to be easy to get him, but I don't know. This is what Pellegatti says, guys. Take it with a grain of salt. Milan's first choice is Bremen. Do we believe him? Do we not believe him? It's up to you to judge. All right. So Amir says, "Sorry, but what did Cagliari do to us? What did Cagliari do to us, Larry?" And Christian is asking as well.
they parked the bus in a game they didn't need to park the bus because they were safe. They could have just played football, but they just parked the bus to get a draw without needing a draw because they were already saved. So why you want to draw? Just play football. Just
They were
score a goal.
they were drinking before the game too. They celebrated
Oh,
before the game.
yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. They celebrated. So just take it like a I don't know a fun game. Just play football. Just play open football. If you try to score a goal, try to
yeah,
be dangerous. They didn't even try. They just parked the bus.
yeah. Well, you know that game, man. That game. That was a difficult game, man. Not happy about that game at all. All right, so let's see. Let's move on. Let's see what other interesting things. There was a lot today, actually, that came out today. Um, so earlier, Laird, we spoke about Maldini. It seems like Maldini is getting a start, guys. By the way, like the video, guys. Please like the freaking video. Thank you, thank you. For Milan,
And subscribe. Subscribe. 33 people subscribe.
subscribe, like the video. Not for us, for Milan. Do it for Milan. Anyway, so Maldini looks like he's going to get a start. I'm very happy about that. No Ibrahimovic because of his suspension against Inter from a long time ago. Kalulu, I don't know. It's going to be either Kalulu, Gabbia, or Tomori. I don't know which one of the two. I don't know what if Florenzi is playing or Calabria is playing. I don't know if Kerkez is playing. I don't expect Theo Hernandez to play. Why would he play this game? And then he has 3 huge games. Guys, we have to be so careful with Theo Hernandez. Theo Hernandez has to play Spezia because we need him. We don't have alternatives unless Calabria can come and fill in that role. I don't know what's going on with Calabria. But anyway, he needs to go. He mustn't get a yellow card against Spezia, and he mustn't get a yellow card against Juve because after Juve, we have Inter. So Theo Hernandez is on a mission and a half. Do you think he's going to be able to play all 3 games, Larry? Or what would you do? Would you take him out against Spezia? What would you do?
My question is, do you think the referee is gonna miss a chance to give him a yellow?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
They're looking for that. They're checking if he does a smaller mistake, they're gonna give him a yellow.
And it's for against the 2 teams that are the most suspect when it comes to this stuff.
Exactly.
So it couldn't be any worse. This situation couldn't be any worse than this one. So yeah.
I think if Calabria is back, I will play Calabria on the left, Florenzi on the right against Spezia. And if I'm still not winning the game, I'll put Hernandez in the second half and try to win the game. So, but you know what? Because at the end, 3 points against Spezia and 3 points against Juventus is the same 3 points. So it's stupid to draw against Spezia just to have Theo Hernandez available against Juventus and maybe draw against Juventus again. So I see it. Let's get these 3 points against Spezia. I will play Theo Hernandez. I will tell the people around him, cover him, make sure he's covered so he doesn't need to do a foul. If the opposition is better than him on dribbling him going forward, just let them do it. Don't do a foul. Don't do a stupid foul. So it's gonna be interesting for Pioli. There's a lot of Pioli doesn't like these things. We know if a player gets a yellow card, he changes straight away. So he doesn't want to even to try. And I don't think Pioli is gonna risk it. Pioli is gonna play Theo Hernandez in Coppa Italia.
You think?
Yes, and I think Calabria is gonna start against Spezia.
Well, I mean, okay. Listen. To be fair, sorry. Excuse me. To be fair, Calabria, guys, is an exceptional football player. So if he plays on the left, which he has played, and he has played very pretty well, he would do a great job. Obviously, probably, I mean, Theo right now is on fire, and Calabria would be coming in from a long injury. But still, Calabria can give you a little bit of confidence. So one thing here, Christy Zeko says, play Theo versus Genoa and he misses the Spezia game because yellow cards count in Coppa Italia as well. This is not true, guys, because Tonali is playing in Coppa Italia. So this is not true. The Coppa Italia and what's it called, and Serie A are different competitions, guys. They're not connected that way. He should have taken a yellow like Tonali did. Yeah.
My question is, after Juventus, what is the other game? Is Inter?
It's Inter.
Oh my God! So it's just
Right.
stupid, man. Because you can miss Inter for the second time this season.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Oh my God! That's
Yeah.
so. Why he scored a goal? Just take off your shirt, man.
Right. Take off your shirt.
Oh, I don't know, man. These idiots, they do. Oh my God! It's just it's basically impossible.
It's
There's more
impossible
chance that we win the 3 games that Theo Hernandez doesn't get a yellow card.
Right. It's impossible that Theo Hernandez plays all 3 of these games. It's impossible. He's definitely going to play Spezia, but either Juve or Inter, he's missing.
How
One
can
of
you
those
do
two is
that?
going to miss.
If you have to pick one game, which one? Spezia, you cannot miss Spezia. That is gone. Between Juventus and Inter, which game you pick?
All right.
I'll pick Juventus. I want him to miss Juventus.
Okay. Now I do want to say something about the Spezia. Yeah, Spezia is a game that you have to win. No doubt about that. So play him in Spezia for sure, and maybe he can even score a few goals in Spezia. Juve or Inter? You say Juve, huh? You would rather he misses Juve and plays against Inter. Yeah, I would say I would say that makes sense because Inter is our direct rival, and we need to catch up to them rather than keep Juventus at bay. Juventus is many points behind us, so I think that makes sense logistically, logically, technically, tactically. It makes sense. It would be better that he misses Juve and he plays against Inter because we need to beat Inter if we want to win the Scudetto, guys. We have to beat Inter, not freaking Venezia. We have to beat them. Yeah.
It's just mad. Imagine if he doesn't get a yellow card against Spezia and he plays against Juventus. And maybe he gets a yellow card in the last 5 minutes of the game. I'm going to break my TV. Yeah, I'm just going to break my TV. Throw it away.
That would suck. Juve is missing players versus Inter, guys. So tomorrow we have a Supercoppa. We're going to do a watch along tomorrow for the Supercoppa. Are you available for a watch along? We'll invite everybody. We'll just talk shit. That'll be the live.
No, it's I don't know if I'm available tomorrow, but I'm definitely inviting everyone.
Nice. Yeah, it's going to be a good game. It's going to be a fun game. Two big teams playing against each other and historical rivals. Juve missing a lot of players. Inter definitely has an advantage. That's easier said than done. Don't do any fouls. A lot of times it's instinct. Guys, we're going to demolish Juventus. We have dominated Roma with their full team, and Juve struggle against them without their 2 important. Honestly, guys, I'm not worried about Juve. I'm not worried. I think Milan is going to go in there and play their game. Milan is not going to be rattled by Juventus's presence on the field. Juventus is going to play their game. We know how Juve plays. They don't play football. Juve plays this weird kind of football. They give you a lot of space. They give you a lot of opportunities. Now, against us last time, they did press us in the first half. I don't know if they're going to do it again this time, but Juve obviously wants to get some confidence, And and check this out. I find it very interesting that the one game that Juve beats Roma is because Allegri is not on the bench. Allegri was not on the bench.
One game the Juve scores 4 goals, Allegri is not in the bench.
Right, the one game Juve scores, Allegri is not on the bench. But I think Milan is a much healthier club. Milan has very clear ideas. The players know their roles. We have a very innovative style of football. I think we should be able to really play to win against Juve. If we don't, we don't. But we shouldn't be scared of them.
I really believe we can beat Juventus without Theo Hernandez.
But who would you put there? Calabria
played with the national team on the left side.
I agree. Calabria on the left, Florenzi on the right. Yeah, I think those are. Those are 2 national team players, by the way, Calabria and Florenzi. Yeah, I
And they
mean
are solid defensively, so basically it's gonna allow the other players to go more forward and to, you know, to push a bit more, and Calabria can stay more positioned. So I think, or maybe Pioli has something in his mind if Theo Hernandez gets a yellow. So in his mind, he's already preparing a plan B.
Right. Hey, Laird, would you play Diaz against Juve? Because I know a lot of people in this chat would say no right now. Guys, do you know who Longoni is from Milan Hello?
Yeah, I know him.
Did you see his latest video? His latest video is a rant against Diaz. Man, this guy is such a whiner, dude.
I mean, if he's against Diaz, that means that being against Diaz is the wrong thing to do because he understands nothing about football.
This guy never gets anything right. He was against Florenzi, and then the other day he put a video saying he was wrong about Florenzi. He was against this guy, and then he puts a bit. And now he's saying Diaz. Diaz worries me. Diaz, I don't think he's Milan material. Man, this guy, dude. And he has thousands of followers. So you have thousands of Milan fans listening to this guy and agreeing with him.
Yeah, because it tells the followers what they want to hear, you know?
Right.
The followers hate Florenzi, he's telling them the Florenzi is shit. The followers don't like Diaz, he's telling them that Diaz is not good enough.
Right. Florence says, nah, bro, Diaz should start every game. By the way, I know he's out due to AFCON, but what do you guys think about Fado Balo-Toure? Balo-Toure, he's okay. You know, nothing special. I mean, he's there to play when Theo Hernandez is not there. And when Theo Hernandez is not there, Balo-Toure plays. He plays normal football, nothing special. Larry, do you want to answer that too?
It's okay. It's normal. Him not being around is kind of better because forced Pioli to play Calabria on that side if Theo gets a yellow card. So I'm not complaining. It's just gonna be a classic defense, an old school defense, you know, with fullbacks that actually defend. They don't go too much forward.
With Balo-Toure?
No, with Calabria. And
right. Yeah. Right.
That'd be one of those games in the 90s.
Yeah, right.
Proper fullbacks. Di Livio and Pesotto, basically.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. They are more that classic style of fullback. Both very good. You know, obviously Calabria, maybe if I were to play, maybe this is what he's thinking. Because you said maybe he's already thinking about what if I lose Spezia what if I lose Theo Hernandez, he gets a yellow card against Spezia, then Calabria is the next guy. So in that case, maybe we are going to see Calabria tomorrow on Thursday against Genoa because he needs minutes. This guy hasn't played a game in freaking months. So coming in right away cold against Juventus can be difficult. Let him get some minutes against Genoa. Let him get a feel of the field. Is Calabria available?
He's gonna be available in a few days. I think tomorrow maybe. I don't think he's gonna play against Genoa. I really believe Theo is gonna play against Genoa or Kerkez, whoever is gonna play. And Theo is gonna start against Spezia. And Calabria is going to come in during the game, get some minutes, you know, during the game, train a full week, and play against Juventus.
Well, listen, Chris Zeko says Calabria has COVID. So where are you seeing these reports that Calabria has COVID? I have not seen one report that says Calabria has COVID. You know what? I'm just going to Google it right now. Because I have not...
No, he has COVID because the three players that Pioli didn't call was Calabria, Tomori, and who else? Romagnoli. So Romagnoli and Calabria, they are still not negative. Probably they did a test yesterday and they're still positive. Today they're gonna do another test and see if they can train tomorrow. So
only Tomori came negative. All players take tests, right? But I've not seen one news that said Calabria tested positive for COVID. Where did you see this? Did you see
Roy? Listen, yes, man, we didn't see that, but that's what it is, man. Because
So
or is injured, and that's why Pioli is not calling him.
so basically you guys are saying Milan had these this player test the players they did not name. You guys are saying it's Calabria.
Yeah,
Okay.
because if he's not COVID positive, he's injured. Why is
Mm,
not in the bench? Because they say he's back in the training ground from the 1st of January. Was back
Gotcha.
training with the squad, so clearly he has COVID.
Got it. Got it. Got it.
Gonna
Um.
fix the
Okay.
light in a second, but I'm hearing you. Don't worry.
Okay. All right. Okay, guys. Let's see if we find anything else that is of interest. Red John says Roy Milan has not named the players with COVID due to privacy rights, but you can tell who had COVID because it's the players that weren't part of the players list. Okay. All right. Paul, he's not been awesome. Guys, I would like to see Diaz. I was saying earlier, I would like to see Diaz start against Juve because last time Diaz started against Juve, guys, I don't know if you remember, but he was an absolute beast during that game. So, those are the performances that say, yes, Diaz has what it takes. Okay, some games he gets beat physically and all that stuff, but guys, against Juve, Diaz is probably going to be motivated to play like a champion. He seems to come out during these big games. Against Roma, he did well. Against Roma, he played well. I know some people don't think he played well, but he did. Against Venezia, he struggled a little bit more. But against the big teams, Diaz seems to be a player that comes out. I want to see Diaz against Juve, 100%. And I want to see him against Inter. Team Diaz, Laird. Team Diaz.
We are the only fan base that, after winning 3-1 against Roma and 3-1 against 3-0 against Venezia, thinks the number 10 is not playing well. Just we are scoring goals, we are keeping the possession, and people think, oh, Diaz is not playing well, because in their mind, playing well means doing assists, doing goals. They see playing well is like playing like I don't know, Messi or Mbappe. That means playing well.
Bacchettata. Oh. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys.
It is no, guys. I mean, I think sometimes we're a little bit too harsh on these players. But hey, everybody's entitled to their opinions. Anyway, guys, let's see if there's any new interesting. Valentina Giacinti leaves AC Milan and heads to Fiorentina on loan. A lot of people thought that this was a little bit of a controversial transfer market. I don't know anything about the female football team. I don't care, to be honest with you. I don't mean to be disrespectful, but yeah, I just don't really care. She was our best player. I don't know why she left. Do you know anything about this?
Nothing, man. I don't follow them. Really don't care. Just, I mean, I don't want to give any useless opinion if I'm not following it. I don't know what's going on.
Yeah. I totally hear you,
That's
bro. Oh no, damn! Valentina would be crucial for our team.
Which team, man?
Yeah, right. The men's
We
team.
have Diaz. We have Diaz, man. Don't worry.
Diaz not on form at the moment. I'm making a case for playing Messias as a cam. He has a good eye for a goal and he can be creative as well. I think Messias could play as a cam. I'm not sure why Pioli has not tried him there yet, at least from the start. Maybe we might see him against Genoa as a cam. Who knows? But I think Messias can play as a cam. I think Milan does actually have a replacement for the cam role, and it is Messias, and then he can shift the squad around. It still remains, I guess it still remains, the cover is still short when it comes to the right wing, because if you put Messias as the cam, then the only person available to play that right wing is Salamakers. Florenzi can play that right wing, but the cover is short there too. So Salamakers can play right wing, but if you want a more offensive right winger, Rebic, for some reason, Pioli does not see him there. Leao, we saw against Venezia, Leao crisscross with Salamakers. Leao moved to the right and then moved back to the left. But do you think Messias can cover that role, Laird?
You can do that role like in an emergency situation when you need a guy to play in that role. Yeah, you can do that. But I don't think he's better than Diaz at doing that position because that position you need to play with your shoulders facing the goal. So it's not easy. I don't think a lot of players in our team can do that. And Diaz does it really well. I know people don't think so, but me and Pioli, we think that. So sorry, guys.
Yeah. So, by the way, guys, speaking of that cam roll, Maldini, we're gonna see Maldini play on Thursday. I really hope he has a banger of a game. I really hope he has a banger of a game. And actually, this is why, even though I'm against the Coppa Italia is a shitty competition in my opinion, but I want to see Milan win so Maldini can get a good press, good media, good performance. I want to see our youngsters succeed at Milan. I want to see Gabbia become a legend. I want to see Maldini become a legend. I want to see Colombo become a legend. I want to see Calabria become a legend. All these players that came from the Milan Youth Academy, I want to see them all become legends. Lart, any opinions on Maldini and what you expect to see from him?
I hope he plays all the 90 minutes and maybe scores or does something nice, so helps his self-esteem. And the only thing I want to see now, I just I feel like he's not, when he has the ball, is sometimes he doesn't have an awareness what's going on around him. He doesn't know where he's in the pitch, so he needs to waste that extra second to understand where he's in the pitch, to pass the ball, to do things. I want to see if he's improving on that. And I don't think you can improve that training. The only way you improve that is playing football. That's how you create awareness in the pitch for yourself and what's going on in the game.
Yeah.
Just playing the game.
Exactly.
Not
He just
training.
needs to play. Exactly.
So,
Playing the game is completely different from training. The intensity, the speed of things, all the variables that you need to experience in order to know what to do when you face them again. You only can learn these things if you play. So Maldini being on the bench the whole time is a waste of time. It's literally a waste of time. We are shit at the moment, bruh, says Lord Krunich.
I don't think so. We have 40 viewers at the moment, so everyone has to like that. So guys, like the video.
Like.
Subscribe. We're not shit. We're doing well, man.
Likes are free, guys. Likes are free. Like. Boris said Sankov says, if Maldini develops his talent, I would prefer him over Diaz. He's just physically stronger than Diaz. I agree. I know you might not agree with me, Larry, but I agree. I think if Maldini develops, I would like to see him be in the cam rather than Diaz. Controversial, but maybe it's my bias against the name.
No, but we are looking about things like if Maldini develops?
If Maldini develops and he surpasses Diaz in the hierarchy.
Of course, if he develops, of course he's gonna play before Diaz. But is he gonna do that in the next 2 weeks?
No.
Or in the next 2 months? I don't know, guys.
Yeah, not anytime soon. That is not going to happen. If it happens, it's not going to happen anytime soon. Maldini needs to, in Italian, there's a saying, ne devi mangiare ancora tanta di pasta asciutta. He needs to eat a lot of pasta asciutta before being a real contender for that camera. Okay, I ain't worried versus Juve as long as Rebic is there. Rebic always scores against Juve. Redman says Maldini has to go on loan. Olufemi says Lau once said Maldini is the most gifted player he has seen. There must be a player there he might just need more playing time. Yeah, exactly. Thank you. You are awesome. Please like the video, subscribe. Quanlis, appreciate it. You guys think we're going for a win for the next game? Okay, so Christian is talking about the Genoa game, Coppa Italia. I think yes, Milan is always going to play to win. And I would like to see the team win because it will give good press to players like Maldini, etc., etc. Do I care about this competition? No, I really don't. Larry, what do you think?
Yeah, same. Basically, the club doesn't care about the competition, but the players and Pioli, they care about winning. They want to win. They want to show they have a value. So they're gonna get in the pitch and try to win the game. Depending on the Pioli's choices, we're gonna see how much the club cares about the competition. So if we see, for example, a choice like Kerkez instead of Theo Hernandez, clearly the club doesn't care at all about the competition. It just wants to keep Theo Hernandez fresh for Spezia game and for Serie A game. I'm okay. I'm okay. I don't care Coppa Italia. We are at that moment of our history now that we just need to seal that top four and be a pain in the ass to Inter. That's the main thing for us.
And that's where I totally agree with you. Right now, staying in that top four is so crucial to the development and the progression of this club. And guys, Coppa Italia is not worth risking that. It is not. It is really not. Now, okay, in the future, next year or in 2 years, when we have a super squad where we could win any competition with no problem, where one competition doesn't hurt the other, then it's different. But right now, we're still in this phase of development, this phase of growing into a bigger competitor. And yeah, I feel that the Coppa Italia could be in the way. Imagine Laert losing a player like Tomori against Genoa. Like, what? Imagine losing Salamakers for the rest of the season because of a Coppa Italia game. Bakayoko, any of our big players. It would be a tragedy. It would be a travesty.
Imagine playing Leao against Genoa and he has a muscle injury. So he's not playing Juventus and Inter.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Go and win your Coppa Italia. Enjoy that teapot.
The teapot. Red John, we have historically not cared about Coppa Italia, but I think we should take it semi-seriously. We should be hungry for silverware. No, I think they will, Red John. I think they will. I think they will because these are professionals, and they will. Players do not like to lose. Losing does not feel good. They like to win. Players like to always win, even in training. If players fight till their last drop of blood in training to win La Partitella del Giovedì, I can imagine even any official game. It's the same thing.
And I want to add something about this. If we play the B team and we lose, and that gives a bit more time to Shevchenko at Genova, that would be better than actually winning against Genova and playing the next round of Coppa Italia. Because at the end, we actually can just focus on one game a week is luxury, guys. It is luxury. It's something that literally you are always fresh. You can play 120% every game. The intensity we put against Roma, we can put it every game, no matter what. Even more sometimes.
Lord Quinn says, I want Coppa Italia no matter what.
Go and buy one.
Now, I think if we beat Genoa, I might be wrong, but then it's probably Inter. We're probably facing Inter. I think.
Yeah, it's gonna.
I think.
And this is the thing: you face Inter, and you want to put your best team because it's Inter. You want to beat them, and that's how injuries come, problems come, yellow cards, red cards. You lose, maybe your self-esteem, your moral goes down. So just get out of that competition. It's useless. You remember the previous year we did 120 minutes against Torino, man, and we finished the penalties. Such a stupid game. No reason to win. And we lost, I think, against Spezia after that game. Or we were tired against Atalanta, something like that. It was a game that we didn't get points.
Yeah, no. Look, listen, there is a reason why. I was saying this earlier too, like you weren't here, but I'll tell you now. There's a reason why every team that plays Coppa Italia puts their plan B, their second squad in there. Okay? Like if this was a competition they really cared about, they would put their A squad all the time. But you never see Milan. I've never seen Milan put their A squad in the quarterfinals of a Coppa Italia. I've never seen Juve do that. I've never seen the Inter do that. I've never seen any of the big teams do that. So in the whole Serie A Italian football arena universe, the Coppa Italia is not a prestigious cup. It has not really gained that prestige. But it felt good when we won it a long time ago against Roma, Shevchenko Ave Olimpico. I mean, I celebrated. It felt good when we won it. Don't get me
You
wrong.
know, you know about the Coppa Italia. Coppa Italia feels good when you already have won another trophy. So you kind of do a double, you know. You just won the Serie A, so you go for the Coppa Italia final, so you want to win that, so you have two trophies. But ending the season with winning the Coppa Italia is like literally winning nothing. You cannot brag about it. You cannot say, "Oh, I won the Coppa Italia. What did you want?" What's that? It's just useless.
Yeah. Anyway, I think we have here. Is this true? Did you guys hear an inter YouTuber saying Bastoni is at the level of Maldini? Guys, I think by the age Bastoni at this age, when Maldini was Bastoni's age, I think Maldini already won his first Champions League.
Yeah, it can be. I mean, you know what? I like when they do things like this because this is the beginning of the end, you know. When they think they're the best and they praise a lot their players, that's when the collapse comes.
Too much pressure. Too much pressure on the player. Yeah, keep on saying that Bastoni is the next Maldini, guys. Keep on saying that. I'm sure the player is going to really like that. That's a lot of pressure. A lot of pressure. But okay. To be fair, Bastoni is shown to be an excellent defender. Huh? Excellent defender, and also not just a defender but a technician. He's got a very educated foot, as we say. I think Italy is very lucky to. Well, I guess this is the next guy. You know, we were wondering who was going to be the next big Italian defender. It's Bastoni. It seems like. So, in all fairness, he is a very good defender. But is he the next Maldini? Not even. No chance.
I think he's a good on. He's really good with his feet on possession, but at defending is not so good like people think.
No,
he looks good because he has the ball and he creates a lot of chances. He crosses well. He is really good. You know what I mean, technically. But when it's about defending, he leaves a lot of space. So he's not a real defender.
Yeah, I think I heard. I heard the Vieri crew talk about him, and I can't remember if it was they said it, but he plays like a midfielder. He kind of plays like a midfielder, but with the characteristics, the physical characteristics of a defender. Yeah. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, let's see what Tomori is better than Bastoni. Yeah, I think Tomori is better than Bastoni. I think Tomori is better than Bastoni.
As a defender, yes. For example, Tomori cannot cross the way Bastoni crossed. But if you want a defender to defend a game, you're gonna pick Tomori always.
No, that's a great assessment. Yeah, when it comes to technique, when it comes to moving the ball around and the quality of the foot, Bastoni is better. But as a defender, the position that both these players play, which is to stop the offense of the opposition, I mean, Tomori is just incredible. Now, Larry, let's hope that this COVID thing did not have the same effect on Tomori as it had on Diaz and these other players. Theo, it took a while for Theo to come back. You had to put the captain armband for him to forget the effects of COVID.
I think Theo had problem with flu as well. After he was playing with the flu, and it's something horrible.
Oh yeah, you're right. Correct. True.
Because I think physically he was okay after COVID. Of course, he started to make those mistakes against Fiorentina, but physically he was fine. And the flu, he had the flu against Liverpool, man. Just imagine how lucky we are. We have one game to play, an important game, and he has the flu against Liverpool. Just, I don't know, man. Everyone is injured. Leao is not there. Rebic is not there.
Yeah, such an unlucky first half of the season. Bastoni is on the level of Maldini, but Daniel Maldini, still the ability to cross and shoot is big. A Roma fan base is the most annoying. All right, so let's see if there's any other reports that we can opinionate on. We spoke about Tomori being back. We spoke about Theo Hernandez. Most likely, everybody should. If you're a Milan fan, you should be celebrating right now that Theo. Oh, guys, let's talk about Kalulu a little bit. Kalulu had an interview here. Let's see what he says. Kalulu was interviewed by Bein Sports about a number of different topics, including his arrival at Milan, his decision to leave Lyon, fighting for the title with Inter and comparison with one of the great defenders. I struggled a bit because when I arrived, I was no longer I struggled a bit. What I arrived at was no longer the great Milan. Okay, so he struggled because Milan was not the great Milan. Is that what he's saying? But I saw the enthusiasm around the club, and we all know that it takes time to adapt to what we are asked. I think I'm on the right path. Okay. Kalulu has essentially become a symbol of the potential that Milan project has. The work of the scouting department has so far been bearing fruit, and the young Frenchman is an example of this, given that he arrived at Milan somewhat as an unknown player. Guys, we cannot forget that Kalulu was paid 400K. This player now, Larry, you said it perfectly the other day. If you want to get a 21-year-old from Sassuolo, if you want to get a 21-year-old from Torino, if you want to get a 21-year-old from any of these big medium clubs, you got to pay 15, 20 million. How much do you think Kalulu is worth? You think Kalulu is not worth that kind of money? Of course he is. This guy from 400K all the way up to 20 million. This is the fruit that Milan has been bearing, the project. We are starting to see the beginning of what these guys were scheming in their offices. And Kalulu is an incredible operation. What do you think, Larry?
Yeah, man, it's an incredible operation, and we can do a lot of those operations. But now the team is a higher level. You know what I mean? So it's hard to find an half-medium player that it can actually perform straight away at this Milan. Kalulu, when he came to a Milan that he had the time to grow. You know what I mean? And he had a manager that was asked to go top 4, not to win the league. Now, if a kid comes to AC Milan at 19 years old, he has to win the league straight away. He has to perform at the level of I don't know, of Leao,
great point.
Tomori, Kalulu. Kalulu now is another level than when he came. So it's really hard. So we're gonna burn a lot of kids now. That's not gonna be easy like it was before.
This is an absolutely fantastic point, Larry. You're 100% correct. The stakes are much higher right now. So yeah, right. You're 100% right. Right now, the more Milan becomes a competitive club, the more the objectives become bigger and bigger, the less time players have to shine. These youngsters, 100%.
Yeah, and another thing is, I just want to add something about that we're going to buy probably a lot of players around the age of 15, 16 years old that's going to play with Primavera. They're going to develop really well, but they're never going to find the space to play for the first team. So we have to sell them, and they're going to come back and bite us because they're going to become good players.
I mean,
because it's going to happen, because we're going to a level that we're buying good players. Our first team is going to be so good that you can come from the Primavera, it's going to come 1, 2, maybe 3 players. That's it. The other 22 or 19, they're going to go on loan. We're going to sell them, and they're going to come back and bite you. They're going to say, oh, shit, this kid came from the Primavera Milan.
No, it's definitely true that when the club grows, at least this is what we saw under Berlusconi. A lot of the Primavera players did not get much space because Milan was like, Primavera, no, we're getting Shevchenko, you know. Primavera, no, excuse me, we're getting Seedorf, we're getting Pirlo. So yeah, different story when a club is much more successful. I hope that this club can create something like what Barcelona did with their cantera, where they can create great players, put him out on loan. Do what Pobega is a success story. Do that. Do that with all your Primavera players. Send them out on loan. Then okay, some you have to sacrifice. You can't put him. Bring back the ones that you can. This is my big. If there's one thing that I will criticize Milan is their inability to create or to sustain or to keep their product, the players from Primavera. It's something that I've been disappointed with for many years. I hope this changes. Because I love that model of creating your players from the beginning with that mentality of knowing what it's like to play for Milan since we were teenagers. I love that shit. Anyway, okay, let's keep it going. On his move from Lyon to Milan, he added, "It was very difficult because there was something at stake for the first time in my young career. Even at Olympique Marseille, or Lyon, I had some. It's Lyon, right? I had some doubts about the playing time I could have. And coming from a club like Lyon, we all dream of reaching a team like Milan. So I went there immediately." So do you remember that Kalulu's first game with Milan? He scored a goal, right?
Yeah, it was against Parma or Lazio when he did the first appearance. I think
No,
he did
it
his
was a
first
friendly.
appearance in Parma.
It was a
Oh,
friendly.
it was a friend.
I think it was Monza. I think it was Monza.
Ah,
It was
okay. You're
it was a
talking
small
about
club.
the preseason. You're talking
Yeah,
about
yeah,
the preseason.
preseason, right?
Sorry, I was talking about the Serie A. His first game in Serie A.
Oh yeah, I don't remember what his. I think it was Parma. Yeah, I think it was
It
Parma.
was Parma, and he scored a goal against Lazio, if I'm not wrong. Second game.
I think he scored a goal. I remember scoring against Genoa. I don't remember Lazio. But I do
Maybe I'm wrong. Yeah.
maybe, but I do remember. Yeah, Parma is correct. Um, Okay, some have drawn comparisons between Kalulu and the path that Marcel Desailly followed. He is widely considered to be among the greatest center backs and defensive midfielders to ever play the game, and he won Champions League medals with both Marseille and AC Milan. Guys, Desailly in 1993 was part of the Marseille team in the Champions League final that won 3-0 against AC Milan. And then the next year, Desailly came to Milan and he won the Champions League again 2 years in a row with Milan against Barcelona 4-0. Quattro pere gli abbiamo dato 4-0. Desailly, yeah, legend, 100%. On the comparison, I always enjoy it. People like to make a lot of noise. Some people tell me about it, but I stay focused on work. I like that answer. Finally, Kalulu ended with a word on the Scudetto race between Milan and Inter that seems to be unfolding, insisting there's a lot of belief. Okay, good. Inter are ahead. These stupid ads, man. Here we go. Inter are ahead, but we have a lot of enthusiasm. After 2 superlative years and a group that hasn't changed much, we're doing well. Last season was not easy, but once again, the details will make the difference. Look, they believe they can do it. Now, I did hear Pellegatti say something, Laret, which I wasn't a big fan of. Pellegatti said that he is going to be disappointed if we don't win the Scudetto this year. I disagree with that. I think
Pellegatti is saying that.
Yeah, I think this year top 4 is still the prime objective. If we don't win the Scudetto and we make top 4, I'm not going to be disappointed. I'm going to be pretty happy. Obviously, not making top 4 is
yeah.
Now, what do you think about what Kalulu said? What do you think about Pellegatti? What are your opinions on all these things?
I said before, if we give a tough run to Inter, let's say they win the Scudetto, the last game of the season or the game before, that I'm happy with that. I'm like, the guys did an incredible run, this season. It's gonna hurt more. I'm ready for that because losing the Scudetto, the last game of the season, is gonna hurt a lot. But I don't want them to win it a week before, like a month before or 3 weeks before. You know what I mean? I want them to win it, to suffer, to get scared, to go to sleep thinking maybe we're gonna lose it. I want them to have a nightmare of a day.
I like that thinking.
That's the only thing I want. And it's gonna hurt, I know, because in that day I'm gonna feel like we can win it. We can actually win it. But if we don't win it, I'm still gonna love these guys. They did an incredible job. I'm gonna love Maldini because again, he built up a team that is finishing second, maybe. So yeah, I'm not gonna be disappointed. After 2 days, I'm gonna be fine. You know what I mean? Nothing happened. We move on. We try to get better.
Yeah.
I
agree. What about Kalulu?
Kalulu is right thinking about we have to try to win the Scudetto because that's the way you stay close to Inter, forcing yourself to think we can win the Scudetto. If you think the way I think, you're gonna start to lose points. You know what I mean? So as an athlete, as a competitive player, you need to think like, I have to win this Scudetto, or I'm gonna be it's gonna feel like a failure. So I'm happy they think like this, because they're gonna put a fight every single Sunday.
Yeah, I agree with that. It's their, let's say, a sporting moral obligation to do that, to approach it that way, to approach it. Yeah, we're going to win. We're going to fight because we believe we're going to win it. They should do that for sure.
And they are more involved than us. We are
Yeah,
outside of these things. They train every day. They prepare the game, so they really care to win. And
correct.
rightly so. I like that, because prepares you mentally for the next season. That can be, in my opinion, it's gonna be the season that we're gonna win the Scudetto for sure.
I agree. I think next season, I feel like the team at that point,
100%.
yeah, because our team at that point, with the players that we have developed so far, will have reached a level of maturity as far as age ratio, etc. That should, I don't want to say use the word guarantee, but should logically say that we have an obligation to win the Scudetto. Now, again, if we don't next year, I don't know. I'm not going to be that disappointed. I don't know. Let's cover. Let's
No,
go.
we next year, the way I see it, if we fight until the last game or the last two games, whatever, for the Scudetto, I feel it's 100% sure the next season we win the Scudetto.
I
Like
hope so.
yeah, because I mean, it's proven you cannot win Serie A with the average age of 22 years old.
No,
You
can't.
cannot do that. It's just
No.
a miracle if it happens, because you have Messi maybe in the squad at
Right.
22. So, but next season, as you say, the average team age is gonna go a bit higher. It's gonna go around 25. The group
Yeah.
has been playing together for 3 years with the same manager for 3 years.
Yep.
Everything is gonna be easier for them. So yeah, it's happening. It's close, guys. Just be patient.
Words, golden words. Be patient, guys. Now Inter wins the Scudetto this year. They get that second star. It's gonna bother me. Okay, it
Oh
is.
yeah.
That's gonna bother me. Is your brother bragging about that? Does he talk about that? The
No,
second
because
star.
it's a scaramantic, you know. It's
Oh, that's funny. That's
scaramantico a
funny.
mille. So I don't think he's and man, he's gonna brag for a few days, and after that, he's gonna realize that it's nothing. The second star is literally nothing. It's just
Yeah.
people gonna use it. Oh, we have 2 stars and bullshit
Of
like that.
course. We're never gonna hear the end of it, man. We got 2 stars before you and all that BS.
I mean, after
Anyway,
30 years, they still say about the Serie B thing. They use it.
right. They like to say we're the only team that has never been in Serie B. Yeah, well, we destroyed you in 2003, and then we won the Champions League. So there you go. All right, listen, let's go towards the end. A few things that I wanna. Let's see what this is about. Tonali. Maybe we can talk a little bit about Tonali. But then, Lars, I don't know if there's any subjects you want to bring up. But then I kind of want to see what you think about the Super Cup game against Inter and Juve, and maybe we can touch a little bit of Serie A news. But anyway, so let's go towards the finish line of today's Milan Daily. Il Corriere dello Sport begins an analysis of Tonali by confirming he will start in the Coppa Italia. So there you go, guys. The yellow card thing about Scudetto and Coppa Italia is irrelevant. After that, the 21-year returns being okay. So let's see. Let's read this. Anything the RossonARI. No need to read this. It's just pretty much saying that Tonali is going to be in the squad. Listen, I want to get to the Supercoppa Italiana. What do you think is going to happen? Like, do you have any predictions? By the way, guys, we are going to do a live tomorrow during the Supercoppa Italia, so join us for tomorrow's live. It's going to be fun.
First of all, I hope it goes to penalties, so it lasts at least 125 minutes. And you know what? No, the first half, 50 minutes, the second half, another 50 minutes. So a total of 140 minutes to play a game. Hopefully it lasts with penalties and everything for 160 minutes, staying in the pitch, in cold pitch. So I hope that thing happen.
Where are they
I hope
playing?
Inter in Italy play. I think I don't know which city. Milan. I'm not sure. Not sure really. I hope the Inter wins, so they can jump to the bus and celebrate for a week or two and think they are the best team in the world. I hope they kill each other with fall and aggressive game, but they get destroyed with each other. So and yeah, that's the thing. A tight game. Some muscle injury, both sides. Few key players getting a decent muscle injury, something like that. That's what I'm hoping. And that's it, yeah. But it's not gonna happen. I know that because I know it's not like Inter's gonna go 3-0 first half and it's gonna be job done second half.
Yeah. No. I mean, it is true. The more they play, I guess, the better it is for us. It gives us an advantage, of course. I think it's the same with us. I don't know. Is it a two-legged affair with Genoa, or it's a one match?
I think it's a one match.
Yeah. Hopefully that does not happen to us. Yeah, I don't really care who's going to win. To be honest with you, I don't care. I think Inter is just way above Juve. I mean, way above Juve. I think Inter on paper should win pretty easily, but I don't mind if Juve miss. Actually, I don't want to say that. It brings bad luck, but I hope it's going to be a good game, and we'll see what happens. I don't really have a favorite to win. I think Inter is going to win though. Crazy shit happening with Dybala, by the way. Dybala seems to be not renewing with Juve. That it seems like there's a break there. Like his sister went on TikTok or something like this saying some crazy shit, and the Juventus fans are going crazy. Lariat, what are the realistic chances of us getting Dybala?
Zero
think,
chance we get Dybala. Zero chance. And the zero chance that Dybala gets the money he's asking for. So no chance. I mean, probably he can get that money in a different way. So if he signs for another club, they're going to give him like 20 million to sign. So he's going to get an upfront of 20 million and get an overall deal of 6 million net a year for the next 4 years. And that gives him the opportunity to earn those 10 millions total a year. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So but at least it's different because they don't pay his fee to sign him, so they just get him for free basically. But no Juventus. Juventus is gonna be Juventus next season is gonna come back as a title contender.
You think so? Next season?
Yeah. Next season. I don't think they're gonna win it. They're gonna be like they're gonna be top 4 for sure. They're gonna have a great season next season. As I say, I hope we are the guys that are gonna win it next season. But because they're gonna get rid of a lot of players, they earn a lot of money. They're just gonna get rid of 5 or 6, 7 players. They earn 7 million net a year, and those money they're gonna reinvest. All the money they're gonna save out of those contracts, they're gonna reinvest to get new, fresh legs, talented players, and rebuild the team. More new people. They're actually gonna follow what Allegri is gonna tell them to do, and it's gonna be an incredible. They're gonna build a good team next season. But for this season, Dybala, people like this, they're gonna leave. I feel like Dybala is going probably in a team. It can be a team like. It's weird because I wouldn't see Dybala playing well in any team. I'll be honest. It feels like he's almost done as a player.
Hey, I wouldn't mind him at Milan. You wouldn't mind? I would like to see him at Milan. But I think, like Tottenham, maybe Conte can get him. Yeah, he's a difficult player to position because he's that left foot. When it comes to quantity, he offers almost nothing. But when it comes to quality, oh my god, my god. So Roma, let's move on to another team. Roma has just purchased two new players on loan, so they're starting to add the pieces to their puzzle. Nothing, no fireworks in Italy yet. Nothing. Diego Costa was linked to Juve. Then right now we as a club, there's no crazy links aside from Botman, Bremen, and Sanchez, but most of those are going to be happening in the summer. So no fireworks. Any fireworks in England?
Uh, I think Adama Traore is gonna sign for Tottenham. Tottenham is gonna make the move. I heard some Spurs fan, Tottenham fan saying that the ownership should go for Kessie. They should give a push and pay Milan to get Kessie in January. I think even Chelsea is not gonna invest a lot of money. City not making any relevant move. Aston Villa getting Coutinho and Lucas
Oof,
Digne.
that's not bad. Damn.
Yeah,
Really?
and their manager is Steven Gerrard, so he played with Coutinho.
Wow. That's a pretty good. That's nice. That's
Yeah,
good.
no,
What position is Aston Villa in their league? In the league,
8th or 9th. They're a bit behind, so they need
really?
to. Yeah,
They got
Aston
they
Villa
got
is
Dean
basic. Yeah, Lucas Digne
and Coutinho.
yeah.
Holy shit, that's some serious transfer market stuff. Okay, guys, let's do this one here. There's a link here. AC Milan have made an inquiry about the potential signing of a Fiorentina midfielder, Sofian Amrabat, as he could leave the club, it is claimed. Milan have reportedly been linked with a move for Amrabat since he was at Hellas Verona, suggesting he's a profile that the management like, given he's 25 years old and can adapt to various systems. Things have not gone to plan for him overall since his switch from Verona to Fiorentina. And La Nazione reports that La Viola have opened the idea of letting him go with a loan obligation to buy. Okay. Furthermore, the Fiorentina newspaper reports that there has even been an inquiry made by Milan for the Morocco international, who is currently representing his country at the African Cup of Nations, just as Benacer is for Algeria. I'm sure Anwar loves this piece of news. I don't know much about him. Do you know this player?
No, nothing. Nothing. And I don't know. I don't know how good it is. I don't know if we need another player like him in our squad in the midfield. I mean, we're not short of midfield in February because Kessie and Benacer are gonna be back. So, what's the point?
Yeah.
I'm confused now. So these rumors are a bit.
Yeah, maybe this one here is just to get him a little bit of notice. So it could be that. It could be one of those where the agent is using Milan's name. I mean, maybe there was some inquiry, some interest, but nothing concrete. So now they're kind of putting this out there just to put a little bit of spotlight on him, just to get him out there. I don't know. I didn't even know this player existed. So, yeah, we don't need him. He sucks. Hell no. For F's sake, another mediocre player. We need Cam, a quality Cam. I saw him came in as a sub a couple of times. He looks like Boria Valerio. Oh, okay. I like Boria Valerio. That was a great player. Where is the Cam, Lart? Where is Lart? Is the Cam? Lart, can you please be the Cam of AC Milan?
Oh my God.
The RossonARI TV family demands the next Cam. Lart for Cam. Diaz says he's below average. He doesn't even play for Fiorentina. Damn, a lot of heat. Okay. Lart, any last things that you want to talk about?
I
Anything
mean,
interesting?
let's ask the chat because I see we have still 34 people. So let's see if the chat wants to ask some question. We reply a few quick questions and see when we can close it.
Yeah, yeah. If there's anything else coming in, but I think we reported everything, all the important things today, guys. So once again, Tomori is back. That's the best news of the day, and that's a news that can, for everybody that is going to sleep, you guys can go to sleep nicely because, and you can have nice, good dreams. Loan Roy to Juve TV. No, I can't do it
With the obligation to buy or
with
option to buy.
obligation. I couldn't do it, man. Honestly, I respect more of the Inter fandom or whatever you want to call it, the fan universe, because the Juve fan universe is the most negative, disgusting, toxic space ever. Man, these guys, all they do is complain. Everybody is shit. Everybody sucks. They're filled with resentment. The Juve fans,
Yeah.
filled with resentment. Inter fans are a little bit more classy.
Yeah, they're
Milan
winning. That's why they're classy. Let's see them when they stop winning, what they're gonna do.
Milan fans have their moments. In the banter era, I thought Milan fans were too harsh on some of our players. Maybe rightfully so. I thought it was. I didn't like that. But I think Milan fans, we've been satisfied so much. This club has given us so many satisfactions that we have a good relationship with our club, and sometimes we have the ability to be patient. That's a key word today. As a Milan fan, we're almost there. The finish line is almost there. We need to be patient.
We're so close, Roy, man. We are so close.
Yeah.
We are built so well. Imagine teams like Borussia Dortmund, they have Erling Haaland in their team and they cannot win anything. They suck.
Right.
They have one of the best, probably the best striker in the world, and they suck.
They didn't even make the Europa League, right? Or did they?
Maybe they made. I don't know, but they just are bad as a team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Imagine us having Erling Haaland, even for 2 years. How many titles we can win if this team has an Erling Haaland in the team? So we are in the right path. It just takes a bit of patience. I think Pioli is doing so well, man. I'm so happy we have Pioli.
Yeah.
When I see Manchester United, Tottenham, Arsenal, see all these clubs,
Yeah.
Juventus, Roma, man, has been spending money and nothing at all. Few points
Right.
more than Sassuolo at the end of the season, basically.
Yeah.
Man, Lazio, another team. This nothing. Napoli, changing manager, investing money, buying striker, nothing. This is incredible what Milan, Pioli, Maldini are doing. We are almost like Atalanta, but like a big club.
A bigger, yeah, true. A more prestigious version of Atalanta.
More prestigious. We are there, guys. It's just a little bit, and a bit of luck, of course.
A bit of luck, yeah, of course, yeah. But yeah, the finish line is close. It's close. We got to be patient. There's still going to be turbulence on the way. No doubt about that. But we will go through it. Right, there's a question here from Christopher. Any thoughts on the Milan Stadium design selection of the cathedral? What do you think?
Really happy. It looks beautiful. Unusual design. I like that. People are gonna come and visit just to see the design. In my opinion, even people that are not football fan, it's gonna be on the tour guide to go and visit this unusual stadium. So it's not like a classic stadium. Yeah. It's I'm really happy, and as I say a few lives ago, I say if we keep our key players until the first year of our stadium, it's done, guys. It's done.
It's over.
It's literally done. It's over for everyone.
Yeah.
It's over for everyone.
Yeah.
It's
And
gonna be
we're not,
amazing.
and we're not being overly optimistic. It's just the reality of the matter.
Yeah,
If we can
it's gonna
keep,
be over.
these champions that we have right now, and we get to that stadium, and that stadium then provides the sustainability that Milan is looking for, Milan is going to be Real Madrid. It's going to be that level. It's going to be top elite every single year. And it's not even a matter of us being Milan fans and being overly optimistic. It's just the reality of the thing, of the matter. Question here, real fast. Chiesa, can we get him if they don't make CL? I did think about, one thing I was thinking about the stadium, not to jump from subject to subject. You know how Juve had basically this, these ultras, this La Curva, whatever curva it was, and when Juve built the new stadium, a lot of those people, a big number of that curva was not allowed in the stadium anymore because, I don't know, maybe they're embarrassing to the Juventus higher. I don't know why, but man, that must not happen with AC Milan. Like if Milan builds the cathedral, whatever, the curva sud needs to have the same freedoms they had at the San Siro.
I think it's so simple. We have an 80,000 people stadium, but we fill it with, in a big game, uh, we put 60,000 people. So basically, it's too big. So when we're gonna put a stadium of 65,000 people, still you're gonna have space for the curva, and it's just gonna be perfect. Juventus has such a small stadium; they have like a 40,000. We're gonna have 25,000 more than them, and the
Yeah.
curva is gonna have their price. It's gonna not be crazy, but the stadium is gonna be better. They're gonna be organized, and I think the club is gonna make sure that everything stays organized, so the curva is always there to support the team.
I hope so, because the atmosphere that the Curva brings to the team is special. I mean, I was sometimes I watch Juve, and the atmosphere of the stadium is so dry, you know, but that atmosphere at Milano is just a whole different thing, man. The atmosphere of the fans, the 12th person. Even though this summer I had a lot of issues with the Curva, with some of the things they did, I still acknowledge how important they are to the success of this team.
And I've been to the Curva Sud a lot of time, and they're so organized, man. They
Yeah.
have their own community. They sell their shirt, their hoodies, at the entrance of the stadium, scarves. They organize all the choreographies for big games. So it's safe. No one does stupid things. It's just it's like it's their territory, man, and it's gonna stay. Just they're gonna just have a better place now, a better sofa to sit. That's the thing, and I really believe, probably I shouldn't say this live, but I really believe that the club gives them the ticket. There is a core people that the club just gives them the ticket. Just those 100 and 200 people that runs the whole thing. The club says, these are your tickets. Actually, I'll give you 1,000 tickets. You can do a profit on that. Do whatever you want. Give it to the people you know. Here we go. Do whatever you want. Sell your merch. Just
It'd
make
be a
sure everything
smart
is
thing to
safe.
do.
Exactly.
It'd be a smart thing to do. If they're doing it, it's a smart thing.
Because in a stadium of 60, well, I'm saying 65,000 people is 75% of the stadium. But let's say they, Milan is like, if I give 3,000 tickets away just to keep the atmosphere, to the allure of everything, who cares? I'm gonna make money with the other 57 tickets
Oh
or
yeah.
60,000 tickets.
Oh yeah. I mean, look, those choreographies they make, they must be super expensive, guys. Those must be extremely expensive to make. I don't think they're paying for that shit, man. I don't think they're paying for that.
It is expensive. Exactly. That's another thing. I believe. I really believe that the club contributes, but I don't think it's crazy expensive. I would say they do choreographies for probably 6, 7 important games a season.
Mm.
So It's difficult to organize the logistics, but I don't think they're crazy expensive. They can cost maybe $4,000. So we're talking about what, $30,000? That's nothing for AC Milan. So literally a BMW they get from the partnership.
Right. Lord, okay, before going into that, Lord Courage has a funny thing to say here, but before going into this, Ollie says, is it strange that this mercato is the first one that I'm not fussed about, being desperate to bring in reinforcements? Now, yes, I see why you're saying that, because the team is doing very well. I think Laird and I both agreed in the summer that based on the limitations that this team has and based on the project, the mercato was exceptional. And right now we are in line with our objective. Maybe you can say Europe was a little bit underwhelming, but we're in line with the objective right now. The players that came in, Mike Magnan, Florenzi, Messias, Giroud, Bakayoko, are all producing. They're all producing. Balo-Toure maybe a little bit less, but he's had less time to produce. Pellegrini, we still got to see whether or not Pellegrini was the right signing. But guys, every mercato you have to add something. You have to add something that is going to add to the puzzle. So hopefully they use this mercato some way or another to just keep on adding to the castle. But I see why he has this sentiment. Larry, what do you think?
First of all, this is a good thing. That means that the team is doing well, and the 22 players we have, you cannot find better at this moment in the market. Another thing that I want to add to what Ollie was saying is that this is my first time that I actually want. I don't want anyone to come in, but actually I want people to leave. I really want Casti. Conte is leaving. I really want Pellegrini to leave, go on loan, because we don't really need him. He's not going to play. I would love to see maybe Maldini go on loan for 6 months somewhere. I feel like this is the first time that I'm like, let's get rid of some people. So because we have enough in every position, we have 2 or 3 players. So yeah, and that's a good thing. That means that you're doing the right things. All the players you have, they are performing.
Yeah.
I would love to see to leave as well.
Yeah, well, I don't share that opinion about Kessie. I want Kessie to stay, man. I want Kessie to stay forever. But it is true. I also do agree that sometimes, like, if we look at last mercato, it is, aside from Tomori, but I guess you can say Mate was okay, but it felt last mercato that the winter transfer market almost broke this beautiful chemistry that was built in the first half. So sometimes you're right. Like if you do the wrong moves in a mercato, and something breaks in the chemistry, it could cost. Right now, Milan is in a really good spot. Now the thing is the injuries. We have to contend with these injuries. Let's see who they bring in. Hopefully they bring in. If they do bring in, they bring in players that are functional and that are going to add to the team. Let's see if there's anything else. I think it might have something to do with the Ultras band Stadio delle Alpi. Oh, right. We're talking about Roy. Stay at tactics. You know nothing about Ultras, mate. Listen, the whole thing about the Ultras to me is fun. It's fun to watch. But I would never go to the stadium to be an Ultra. I like to sit in the middle, just look at the game, look at everything. But if I had the opportunity to be in the Curva Sud at Milano and sing with everybody else, I would do it in a heartbeat. Larry, you've done it many times. Tell us what does it feel? Give us the details. Make us live.
It is fun. It is fun, but you don't really focus on the game. That's another thing. So if you are like, so I'm feeling like I'm going for that age that now I need to get out of that curva and go more like sitting comfortably on the stands and enjoy the game and get a bit upset, stand up maybe and shout to someone, but that's it, and sit back, because there's kids around maybe.
Right.
So
right, yeah.
I want to be a bit calm. But I don't mind because I like, for example, I went to this English stadium. They're beautiful and the atmosphere is nice because the supporters are really close to the pitch, but they don't create the atmosphere that you feel at San Siro.
Really?
It's different.
In the English stadiums? Really?
Yeah. They're all like chants are they're nothing incredible, apart from, of course, teams like Liverpool. Liverpool is or some historical teams. They are pretty good supporters, you know. For example, City
Wow, I'm
supporters, I
surprised to
believe,
hear
they're
that.
super quiet. They just sit there and watch the game. So I
But
like the curva. I like the atmosphere they create.
what about Anfield?
Yeah, Anfield is amazing. Anfield is like one big giant curva suit basically when they start to sing.
Really?
But
I'm
most of the game, 95% of the game, they are silent and they're watching the game. When when you know the tempo and the intensity raised, you start to feel the noise of the stadium.
um Laura Coon's saying some crazy stuff. I'm very surprised you said that because on TV, the English games, the atmosphere seems always so energetic. But yeah, San Siro obviously is special. No, look, I totally, for me, it used even when I used to go. I have a history in heavy metal. When I used to go, when I was like a teenager, early 20s, I'd go to shows. I was mosh pitting. I was doing that. I had scars all over my head. It was blood. We were destroying each other. But now, if I go to a show, even a heavy metal show, I like to sit
Theater.
in the theater, in the terrace. I like to have my drink here.
Glass of wine, not
Glass of,
anymore.
glass of wine.
Shots of vodka or whiskey. Red wine.
Right. So yeah, things are definitely changing, and they change as you get older. Um all right. Okay, Larry, listen, we have spoken about a lot of things today. It was really good live. Very excited.
Oh, bro,
Yeah,
I
go
want to
ahead.
add something
Yeah,
because
go
you
ahead. Go
say
ahead.
you disagree with the Kessie living in January. I
Yeah.
actually want Kessie to live in January, so I don't need to spend the whole summer to tell the people in the channel that we can actually do well without Kessie. I want him to live in January so they actually see it that we can do well without Kessie. And so we don't have to talk about that all summer because the whole summer Kessie is gonna leave at the beginning, and people are gonna moan, "Oh, we didn't buy anyone instead of Kessie. Oh, we're gonna play with Pobega and Adli. Where we're going? Oh, we're gonna lose. We're not gonna finish." So I have to explain that again for the entire. So if he leaves now, it does a favor on me. So
Well, okay. I mean, we can open a small discussion here. Now, look, I very much so believe. I don't disagree with you that Ali can come and replace him and be that player. But I am of the feeling that if you sell Kessie, you got to get someone that is big. You know, like you can't. This is my opinion right now. Maybe Ali is that player. I don't know yet. We are going to see. I trust the Didi Jansa. I trust that they know what they're doing. But my feeling, if Kessie goes, Sanchez needs to come in, like that caliber of player. Sanchez is a realistic target. Of course, we'll see. Hopefully, there's no bidding war for Sanchez in the summer. But if Kessie goes, I want Sanchez. I'm not going to be satisfied if we don't get a replacement of that caliber for Kessie. I know you probably don't share this opinion, but that's the way I feel about it. What do you think about that?
Kessie goes and 20 million comes in. Super happy. Benacer and Tonali are going to play together, build that chemistry. They don't play a lot together. I think Tonali is ready. I was worried last summer about Tonali. I mean, not worried. Like I thought, like he's still not at that level. I saw him. Now he's that level. So next season he's gonna be that even better level. So what
Yeah,
Kessie needed to achieve that level? It took him 2 years. Same thing is happening with Tonali. It's taking 2 years. Next season Tonali is gonna be at the level of Kessie. No problem. Benacer, if he plays every game, is gonna get at his usual level. More confident because I feel like Benacer this season has been in the bench and he's been like his self-esteem, his morale is a bit down because he doesn't see space to actually impose himself in the team. And I feel like if Kessie stays another 6 months, seeing Benacer in the bench for another 6 months, playing just a bit, playing the last 20 minutes, is not healthy for the player. Kessie just leaves and Benacer plays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
look, Kessie this season has not been amazing as he was. This if Kessie was to leave in January, maybe the positive out of it for me is like, okay, you can get some money and you can use that money in the summer to invest, or even straight in January to invest, but most likely in the summer. So there's a lot of pros and cons to this. I'm still very on Team Kessie, even though I think he's acting not so great towards the club. But yeah, it is what it is. Sanchez is injury prone. That is 100% true. Kessie never gets injured. Sanchez does get injured. Um, Tonali is better than Kessie. I don't know. Maybe we will see. We will see. He had 3 good games all season. I don't. I no. That's not true. That's not true. Do you think? Oh, good question. Don't you think Ali is technically a Hakan replacement? Mm, they're similar, but Ali is a little bit different. Ali is more creative than Hakan. From a technical side, Ali has a very nice through ball. Very nice through ball. So timing, even Hakan doesn't have a great through ball. Hakan has a good direct pass to as an assist, but not great through balls. Um, Ali has a really good long ball. He has a good stride in the middle. I mean, but guys, you know me. I thought Hakan was always a great player, but Ali I think is has better potential than Hakan. What do you think? Like,
Do you need to go, Roy? Do you have time? Let's put the board so I can give my opinion tactically. If you have
yeah,
time.
go
If you
ahead.
don't have
Go ahead.
time,
Yeah, we can
uh,
go on for another few minutes. Keep on going. Yeah, do it. Do it. Do it.
can you put the board on? Because I
Yeah,
don't
yeah,
have it here.
yeah. Let me do that.
So I can explain a bit what I think Pioli wants to do, because I think Pioli had that interesting interview after the Roma game when they asked why Krunic and not Bakayoko.
Mm,
So that's
mm.
why he needs Adli. He needs Adli to do what Krunic did in that game. A guide of
Ah,
the
bravo,
double,
Light. Bravo. Yes.
somebody on
Good.
the double pivot that goes more forward, so Tonali can stay and be between the two defenders, Regista, because he realized in his best Tonali's best football is when he has all the space for himself in that middle, and the other double pivot just unleashes himself and go forward, and actually goes almost to play with Diaz close to the striker. So that's
Exception.
why I think they're looking for a profile like Adli, well, Krunic, maybe Renato Sanchez, maybe Pobega, and Benacer does that as well, because everyone is saying, and he used to be a number 10, Benacer. So if you put, this is our formation. So if you put Adli, can you move Diaz a bit more right?
Yeah.
Just a bit
Let me
more,
get to
slightly
it.
right, on the right side.
Diaz on the right. So
And
let's
you
say we
put,
have Ali. Let's create
yeah,
Ali. What number do we give Ali?
just give him the number 41. Instead of Bakayoko, put Adli.
Okay, I'll just create his new Ali. There you go. We'll give it 50. All right.
Uh,
So
so
Bakayoko out, Tonali in,
exactly.
right?
So in a possession, in a situation of possession, Pioli wants this.
Yeah.
Of course, maybe Leao going more inside when he does all the runs that cuts inside, and Theo coming up.
Yeah.
So basically, that's what Pioli wants when we have possession,
And
and all the
yeah,
defenders a high pitch, of course.
right. So basically, what just to maybe tell the people that maybe weren't here during that live after the Roma game, Pioli was asked, "Why did you choose Krunic over Bakayoko?" Pioli explained that when he wants the only one deep playmaker or one deep midfielder, he would go with Tonali and Krunic because he wanted Krunic to come up here and help behind Giroud. So Lard is 100% correct in this. This would be a perfect position for Adli. This would be technically, tactically, his best position to do exactly this. What you were saying, Lard. So good, guys. Lard knows what
So
he's.
basically, it's gonna be around that position to create. And when we don't have the ball, he is the first one to run back and be in the same line with Tonali. That's it. That is and that's why they want aggressive defenders, so they can help that midfielder to be aggressive on the pressing, tight space. And of course, in this board, you see the players, they are far with each other, but during the game, they are really close with each other. They are literally 2 or 3 meters distance. There is 5 meters maybe distance between each player. So that's the type of midfielder Pioli is looking for.
Yeah, I think you couldn't say it any better. It's absolutely 100% his perfect role to do exactly that, to be that midfielder that plays a little bit higher and does that. And so basically, if Pioli says Pioli said if he wants 2 midfielders that stay deep, then you're going to see Tonali and Bakayoko or something like that.
Tonali, Bakayoko, Tonali, Benacer.
Right.
Tonali, Pobega. You never know who's going to be on board next season. So
correct. But if Pioli says, okay, in this game, I want my extra midfielder to go and help the attacking midfielder and be behind that striker, definitely Ali is the perfect player for that. It couldn't be any better. As far as how he plays, it's a great observation. 100%.
And this is what City does in a better way, of course. They play with Rodri or Fernandinho on the Tonali position, and they have De Bruyne, Gundogan, Mahrez, and Sterling, for example, or Grealish or Foden, and a striker, which is the little Brazilian one. That's what they do. And when they don't have the ball, they just go back, all of them, or press high. That's what Pioli is trying to replicate in a more humble way.
They're destroying it, right? How many points are they winning by?
Yeah, they're like 8 points for second place.
Oh, wow. Okay, guys, listen, let's end it here. Listen, it was a great stream today. Like, I was wondering where you were. I was sad that it seemed like you weren't joining, but you did join, so I'm glad you did. Guys, tomorrow we're going to have the Super Cup watch along, and we're going to invite the other guys too. So it's going to be a fun little live that we're going to do. Thank you, Christy, Ollie. This also shows Pioli's subtle tactical adaptation to different scenarios with his 4-2-3-1. But anyway, let other teams' fans think that Milan are not tactically adaptable. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Like the video, guys. Thank you for the views today. Much appreciated. Forza Milan. Guys, watch along tomorrow. We'll see if maybe we're going to do a Milan Daily before. Maybe I'm going to start with a Milan Daily, then transition into the watch along. We'll see how we do that. But also Thursday, guys, watch along for sure. I think maybe actually, I'm not sure, but most likely watch along for the game against Genoa for the Coppa Italia. And guys, let's always be ready for any official news that comes by. Anyway, thank you to everybody. Love to the Famiglia Rossonera. Laret, last word.
Forza Milan. Always that.
Forza Milan. Guys, have a great day wherever you are in the world. We will see you soon again. Arrivederci and ciao.
Ciao.